Hey, this is David. If you've got a Samsung range that just won't heat up, you've come to the right place. We'll help you find out why your oven is giving you trouble so you can fix it yourself. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to AppliancePartsPros.com to find more tips for all your major appliance repairs. Today, we're going to look at the high-limit thermostat, oven control, and the bake element. All issues you can definitely fix on your own. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. First, we need to gather the tools we'll need for today's repair: a multimeter, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a flathead screwdriver. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always unplug your range or turn the breaker off before working on it. Ready? Let's get to it. If the oven isn't heating in bake or broil, then the high-limit thermostat may have opened and taken out the L1 side of the voltage. There won't be any heat in bake or broil mode. This happens sometimes after a clean cycle, so don't clean your oven using the clean cycle the day before Thanksgiving. Your mother-in-law will understand, or maybe not. To access the main control board, we need to pull the range out and remove the Phillips head screws that hold the back panel on. You should see the main control. We need to find the CN101 connector and remove it. Then use the multimeter set to continuity mode to check from L1 at the main terminal block to the black wire connector that you removed earlier. If you get continuity, then the fuse is good. If not, the thermostat is open and will need to be replaced. When the bake isn't coming on and you've already found out that the high-limit thermostat is good, there are only a few other parts left to check, and one is the main control that powers the element. Find terminals T501 and T505 and unplug the wires. You should see the labels printed on the board. For this test, the range needs to be plugged in and powered on. Please be very careful to protect yourself from electric shock, which has a potential to cause serious injury. Don't ever test for voltage if you're uncomfortable using a multimeter. Go ahead and set your multimeter to AC voltage. Then turn the oven on to bake and put one lead on the T501 terminal and the other lead on the T505 terminal. You should get a reading of 240 volts AC. If the voltage is incorrect, you'll need to replace the board. If the voltage is correct, then let's check the element. The bake element is usually the culprit when an oven won't heat. So let's take a look at it. This will be a resistance check, so make sure the range is unplugged or the breaker is turned off before attempting this test. And then we can find the element, which is at the very bottom. This element is hidden, which means you can't see it when you look inside the oven. Like you didn't already know that, right? Let's remove one of the wires from the element and set our meter to resistance mode, which has the symbol that looks like an upside-down horseshoe. When we check across both terminals, we should be getting a reading of around 17 to 20 ohms. If the reading is way off or shows OL or open line, then you'll need to replace the element. Since we found out that the bake element failed on our range here, let me show you how to replace it in case you had the same problem. You'll need to remove the terminal block. Once that's detached, push it out of the way. Then find the element at the very bottom and push some of the insulation aside right next to the terminal. Next, find the screw and remove it. Do this on both sides, then remove the wires from the terminals. At this point, you should be able to take the element straight out. Here's the old element and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now we can insert the new element and secure it with the Phillips head screws. Then install the wires to the terminals. After that, we're going to install the terminal block and replace the rear panel. Make sure to turn the power back on and plug the range back in. They tend to work better when you do. You made it. Great work. If you found a faulty part in your Samsung range, make sure you have your model number. You'll need it to order the exact replacement you need at AppliancePartsPros.com. The good news is that orders arrive within just a couple of days, and when you're ready to install your new parts, we'll be here for you. Drop us a line in the comments to let us know how your repair went, and we'll see you later.